It seems like the two main issues that this coalition was formated is one, not a government that is no for Bibi, and the other is to have a budget. I think that they're going to pass it and we'll have a budget within the next coming few days. But what I personally learned from what Ayelet Shaked said in this recording is that it is very, very doubtful that eventually the second part of the rotation will be implemented. In other words, within 20 months from now, it's hard to believe that Yair Lapid will be our next prime minister. So in other words, maybe we'll face another elections as we'll get closer to that specific date.
And on that topic, though, to keep it with us, the risks to this rotation now, who appears to be endangering the future prime ministerial rotation more? Is it Interior Minister Shaked or Defense Minister Benny Gantz? Obviously, he's been bitter not to be at the helm. He's made a series of comments.
Exactly. This is exactly the right question, because what we see now is that all partners in this eclectic coalition realize that healing and recovering the state of Israel, it's not enough. You need to go back to ideology. You need to go back even to right and left in order to preserve and collect your followers, your supporters. And what we see, especially in Yamina party and in the New Hope, in Tikva Hadasha party, that they're losing their support. They need to rehabilitate themselves. Also the Labour Party, and you mentioned the incident between Merav Michaeli and Benny Gantz. So all of them have to go back to ideology, back to real politics, and therefore I think that the next coming months we'll hear more and more criticism and more friction between the parties, and this is, as I assume, will lead to abandoning the agreement of a rotation. So everybody has to be afraid they're going to lose power, and therefore they will try to regain power by fighting each other.
Now, Aviv, on that point here, and you mentioned that the settlement expansion that was announced was not an expected part of this government, certainly not so early here. And as you mentioned, already exposing the rifts inherent in this coalition. It sounds like you don't think this was a sign of inexperience, that there's more of this to come.
Yep, I think that they realize that you abandon your policies or your ideology, you lose, you disappear, you dissolve. And that's why Benny Gantz, and he knows that you have more supporters by definition in the right, so he's tainted more to the right. Merav Michaeli knows that she needs to keep the Labour Party supporters together. So that's why it is very hard to combine everybody together. And you can see, the day that they want to call all the members in the coalition to a gathering day, and you hear that some partners say, look, this place is not kosher, so we will not come. Ra'am party, the Arabs say it's a memorial day for the a massacre in Kfar Qasim, we won't come. And even this basic thing you cannot crystallize together. Therefore, it looks like that the days, I can't say numbers, but the months are numbers. If at the beginning people said, the main obstacle is the budget, if they'll pass the budget, then they're okay, they can sit still. It doesn't seem like that, like that, and we'll start counting the days after the budget.
Aviv Bushinsky, thanks for being with us. A never-ending topic in this country, coalition wrangling.